What's up? IOBA. My name is TC. So today is February the 2nd, 2225, I believe. Yep, February 2nd, 2025. I believe it's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, E. Make it a good one. Don't turn it up too much. He turns 47 today. But what I really wanted to talk about, outside of shouting out my oldest boy, is I'm walking my dog this morning, listening to some, research video and stuff, and I come across another one of these people who get on my nerves, and one of these people that don't seem to understand certain things. Black History Month. When I hear people talk about, oh, we should get rid of Black History Month, oh, we should not have Black History Month, I don't think they understand it. I don't think they understand why Black History Month is even celebrated. Because if they understood that, then they wouldn't twist their mouth to say we should get rid of Black History Month. I think everybody should have a little bit of time dedicated to the people in their history who accomplished great things. Everybody should have a little time dedicated to the people in their culture who accomplished great things. So every time Black History Month roll around, you get a bunch of assholes, because to me, that's what they are. You get a bunch of assholes running around talking about, oh, we shouldn't have Black History Month. Oh, what did black people do? Oh, what did John Henry Clark say? History tells people who they are and what they are, where they must go and what they must be. A people's relationship to their history is the same as a mother's relationship to her child. That's what Dr. John Henry Clark say. But if you don't know shit about black history, you probably don't know who Dr. John Henry Clark is. You dig me? There has been so much shit done to black people in this country since we were brought here, and since the earlier ones actually came here voluntarily. But since we got here, there's been constant suppression. So I get a motherfucker on YouTube talking about black history. Black people aren't that special, and black people, only thing we contribute is entertainment, and black people this and black. When I get a motherfucker like that, especially a black person, to me, that ain't nothing but a self-hating Negro who don't know nothing about himself. That's a self-hating brother, self-hating Negro, because a lot of times they black women too, who know nothing really about themselves. They think they do, but they don't. And so he going on and on and on about how, about what he say, he used an analogy about cookies. You give black people a cookie. In other words, you give them something to hold on to. First, black people don't need anybody's validation, and we don't need permission to take a holiday. Matter of fact, like Dr. Ben-Yakinen said, don't nobody give you a motherfucking holiday. You take a holiday. Long before, I believe it was Joe Biden, made Juneteenth an official holiday, we was already celebrating that shit. I was celebrating Juneteenth, me and my peers, back in the 1970s and early 1980s. Black History Month was something we were celebrating long before it became official. And just because you, coon ass nigga, don't think black people should acknowledge their history and stuff, just because you think that, it don't mean people like me ain't gonna still celebrate it and don't still see a need for it. So if you don't understand or can't appreciate why Black people want to celebrate our history. Well, then that's on you. You got a lot of shit you probably don't understand. But all I can tell you is keep living. Keep living. You ought to do a deep dive into your own people, and you'll find out why Black History Month is necessary. Because right now in 2025, I'm still running into people who don't know nothing about nothing and don't know why we wound up in the situation that we're in, why we're owed so much money by so many people, why reparations are necessary. Yeah, Black History Month is the shortest month. So the fuck what? Just because it's the shortest month don't mean it ain't the most powerful. And so you get white people and you get Hispanic people coming out talking this bullshit about Black History Month every goddamn year. And I don't know, maybe I ain't looking in the right places, but I don't hear people talking this shit about women's history or about Latino history, about Pride Month, none of that. I don't hear these same people getting on YouTube, or maybe they ain't in my algorithm, talking about the need to abolish those things. But it's always the Black History Month that people got a problem with. Black history, Black American history anyway, because, that's the history I know about. I mean, because our history didn't start here. Our history started in Africa, but I'm going to leave that alone. Black American history is something that I know enough about to understand why Black History Month is necessary, why a celebration is necessary. I know enough about it to understand why it's necessary. It's necessary, and I'm going to break this down a little bit. It's necessary because little boys, little black boys, and little black girls need to know that they come from greatness so they can aspire to be great. They need to know that they come from greatness so that they can aspire to be great. There was a movie called Hidden Figures with Taraji P. Henson and I think Octavia Spencer, a couple other really fine Black American actresses. Hidden Figures, about a bunch of black mathematicians who worked at NASA. And I consider myself pretty decently versed on Black history, but I didn't know about these women. You would think that white folks did everything, were it not for people shouting out black people who accomplished great things. You know what I mean? You would think all we did was what white folks told us to do, and that was just pick cotton, and that's all we got sense enough to do. We don't, nor have we ever depended on white people to tell our story. That's why I went to the Institute of Black Awareness, IOBA. That's why I went there. That's why I first started learning about my real history. Not just about the athletes either, the intellectuals, the W.E.B. Du Bois, those types of people. I went there to learn about Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and even Fred Hampton, stuff like that. I mentioned Fred Hampton in school sometimes to some of my coworkers, and they don't know who he is. I mentioned some of the, Huey P. Newton. They don't know who he is. Eldridge Cleaver, they don't know who he is. You know what I mean? That's why Black history is necessary. Because, like I said, without celebrating Black History Month every year the way we do it, because I celebrate Black history every day, but Black History Month every year the way we do it, you wouldn't think we did anything in this country except be slaves and cry about it. But nobody else gets told to forget their history. So I ain't forgetting mine. Nobody else gets told to forget about their history. So don't be coming up on YouTube or anywhere else talking about there shouldn't be no Black History Month. Yes, there should. Yes, there should. I had a coworker, and then I'm going to close. I had a coworker at a school I used to work at. She was a Nigerian sister. And she used to take Black History Month, and a Panamanian sister. Both of them. They used to take Black History Month and run with that shit. We used to have that whole wall occupied until the end of March with Black History shit. We gave it to them backwards so that they understand all of the accomplishments that Black people did during the 500 or so years we've been here, and all of the 150, 200,000 years that we've been on this earth. Don't celebrate Black History Month. Abolish these nuts. Get on my nerves with that bullshit. Every year, hopefully, he'll catch this video and it'll knock some sense into his head. But it probably won't. But I digress. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Hit the subscribe button on your way out if you like the video. And I will catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.